Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Fred.
I got a feeling I just got in trouble. I came in the middle of your conversation the last time, so I just went ahead and started talking. So I don't even know if you were talking down a product
came in at the right time. Whenever we need to learn a little bit more blackness, we need to have a little bit more blackness. Pop up. So
okay.
Well, I mean, we just had a couple of things, and I think somebody was saying something about Amazon and all these people and changing their stance on Black Lives Matter. They got to realize their essential workers was us. That's what keeps their business going. That's why people got to change their view, because people that they thought were nothing before, and they put their corporations thought these people are nothing. He's just the mail person. She just cleans the bathroom. But whenever COVID-19 came in, you needed your mail. You needed that bathroom clean. You know what I mean? You needed someone that worked at the grocery store, which you thought you were better than them, because they're just a checker at the grocery store. They were essential.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Can you carry on a conversation without sounding prejudiced or angry? Like recently, I'm having problems carrying on a conversation. Everything that I'm talking about, and maybe it's because I work in the media, but everything I'm talking about is related to systemic racism, Black Lives Matter, police brutality, because it's happening around me.
Yeah.
But I'm immediately on the defense. I'm ready to hear you slip up.
Yeah.
I'm sticking my chest out a little bit further, a little bit out more, because I don't want you to see any weakness in me. I don't know if I'm making this a mental situation or what. Are you guys?
It's wokeness. You're woke.
It's definitely woke.
I ain't woke.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't asleep, but there's different things that now there's more things you're in tune to.
Exactly. Especially, I was just, I have a lot of friends of different races on my social media accounts, and I said what I had to say. It's not right. Black Lives Matter. That cop should get second degree. Why is this always happening to African Americans? And I was waiting patiently for somebody to say something about it. You know what I mean? Like, because automatically you're on the defense because no one's going to understand. No one gets it. They just think like we're just one-sided with this, but like, no, you're not. Look at the bigger picture, So I agree. Like, I can have a regular conversation with somebody about it, but the minute it's like you said, I'm waiting for them to slip up. You know what I mean? Like, just waiting for it. So
I don't know. I don't think I waited for the conversation or anything. I'm not waiting for the conversation. Most people that know me, I'm not a social media person. I'm going to say what I got to say. I attend meetings and say what I got to say. So even people that know me, I'm not waiting for you to slip up. You just know not to slip up around me. Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you want to say. And then sooner or later, it's going to come out the way you feel. It is. And it's going to come out the way I feel too. I don't really, I don't have to talk about, get racial with anybody, because everybody knows my stance about how I feel about myself and being a Black woman and just being in the Black race, period, and the social injustice and everything with us. Everybody knows how, even, on my job, they know. So, I mean, I address those issues whenever need be. I'm not waiting on it. I'm on it.
Right.
I'm on it. You ain't gonna slip up. You're gonna watch around me what you say.
Ladies.
How much time we got? Go
on and say it.
10 minutes.
You got 2 minutes.
Yo, listen, don't drink the Kool-Aid, man. Don't even fall into that hole. That's a hole that you'll fall into. And Kiki, nothing against what you said. It's that having a conversation is having a conversation. I don't walk into a conversation thinking that I am racist or thinking that I have to be defensive. I walk into a conversation looking at you, and as I teach my son, when you see a person, you call them by their name. The first thing you see is the person, and then you ask them their name, so that can help you fill out who the person is. That's just how I look at life. So even white, black, yellow, tan, I don't care who you are. If you're in a conversation with me, even now, during this climate, I'm not looking at you as a white person. I'm listening to what you're saying as a person, and then I'm digesting what you're saying. And it might take me a minute to think about it. And then sometimes my response, you might perceive it, because it's all about perception. You might perceive it as me being racist or me being defensive, because it's not going to be that way. I'm going to deliver to you what you delivered to me after I regurgitate it, actually intelligently look at it, listen to it. And some people might think that's a lot of time, but Laverne, you know, we're both thinkers. That's how we operate. When you give me something, I'm going to think about it and then I'm going to reply. So Kiki, to answer your question directly, no, nowadays, I'm not looking at something from like I'm a racist or I'm on defense, because I've never had to be, and I'm not going to be. So as an intelligent black man, I'm going to handle you as an intelligent black man, because I am a black man. I expect you to handle it the same way. So if you can't, then that means you don't understand. So I'm going to let you walk away not understanding, not me.
Does that make us too sensitive?
Sometimes we are too sensitive. Sometimes we are, sometimes we are. Like too alert? Yes. It's because, like you and Jerry said, I'm on defensive. You don't have to be. You're beautiful black queens that walk in this world, and you're experiencing your experiences, and the experiences that you digest help make you who you are. So you need to take that, cherish that, put that in your crown, and walk through life so that as you address and approach people, you demand and give respect. Just make sure you're giving them respect first, because you're going to demand it in return. Right. So I don't think that should make you shouldn't have to walk around here defensive. You shouldn't have to walk around here sensitive, because there's nothing to be sensitive about. You're powerful. As you've seen, young ones nowadays are leading marches. This is needed. The young ones are showing you the confidence that they have. Where'd they get the confidence from? You, your generation. It's something that you passed down. So you need to take credit for that, cherish that, and say, you know what, wait a minute. I have 2 feet that I'm standing on. I have 2 strong legs. I have blood pumping through my heart. I have an intelligent brain that I'm feeding on an everyday basis. Let me handle it that way. So no, babe, you don't have to walk through life thinking, ooh, I'm a racist. Ooh, I'm defensive. No, you really don't have to.
Yeah, because in this climate, everything is going to be changed and turned around against you and things like that. I think everybody's watching what they say now. Everybody's.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think the people who weren't comfortable initially are now watching what they say. I think people who were comfortable from the jump are saying exactly what's on their mind.
I went through a training, a racial inequity class, racial equity class, and there was a woman in there of a different color. She wasn't black, and she, whenever it was just the introduction, and during the introduction, she was so uncomfortable with the introduction. And I was like, all you gotta do is just say your name and where you're from, and have you ever had incident happen? And I thought, and this is just me thinking, because I think some people are so uncomfortable with it, especially whenever they're surrounded by it and they have to address it. They're so uncomfortable about what they're going to say because they are racist. And now and I think she was in a class where now we're really going to address the way I feel. And I don't know how to take that, you know? So there's going to be so many people that are going to be so uncomfortable during this time that even whenever they look at you, they don't even know what to say because they're afraid of, something coming out wrong now.
Yeah. If I may, and I don't want to take over, I think that we use the word racist too freely. And the reason I say that is this, because there's some people on both sides of the fence. So some black people who never dealt with white people before. There's some white people who never dealt with black people before. There's Latinos who never dealt with white people or black people. There's Mexicans who never dealt with either race. So a lot of times you're going to have this where it's like, wait a minute, I didn't know that that's how life was. Because just like you will say, some people never leave their neighborhood. You all are familiar with Pittsburgh. Some people will live in Homewood and will say they've never been downtown. How is that possible, first and foremost?
Yeah.
But that being said, that's the same thing amongst people. People tend to stay where they're comfortable. So now I think if somebody steps out of their comfort zone, that's not going to make them a racist. I think they just need to understand. So I think that a lot of times we as a whole, not just certain people, we as a whole kind of use that racist term too loosely right now, because immediately you're ready to put that label out there, and sometimes I think that's unfair.
Let me ask this, because it was said to me this week, we can't be racist because we can't be. I didn't finish what I was. Look at y'all. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
Like what? Like calm.
Who was you talking to, Kiki?
We can be prejudiced But we can't be racist because racists, that term racist is owned by the majority. The majority sees themselves as a higher power or the most wise or whatever, and they look down on anyone they feel is below them. That's what makes a racist. So unless we carry that characteristic, we can't be racist. We can be prejudiced, but not racist.
We're racist against our own people.
Thank you.
But is that racist or is that prejudice?
Why are you playing with words? This
Yeah.
is the same
Asking the
thing.
question.
Prejudice,
Asking
prejudice
the question.
is racist. Prejudice is racist. And I don't care.
It's a
I'll stand
bias.
toe to toe with anybody. It's a bias. Yes, you have a bias, which is prejudice, racist. That's a bias. When you have a bias, it is what it is. Whatever way you want to call it, you can call it that. But like Laverne said, we are prejudiced and racist against our own. You being a light-skinned sister, being very beautiful, some dark-skinned sisters will stand next to you or won't even want to affiliate with you because you're a light-skinned sister. Then they'll put judgment on you and say, oh, you're this way, without even talking to you, without even finding out who you are. We do that amongst our own people.
Yeah.
Without question. Without question.
Yeah. That's true.
That is very true.
I remember when I was in college, and they used to be like, okay, so you're going to pledge this fraternity because you're going to pledge this sorority because of this color.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be this and this one because you have this. You're too dark to be that in that sorority. And I used to be like, oh my God, like, I mean, I had to grow up. I had to do that when I was a kid. Like people say, you're cute for a dark girl.
Yeah, you're cute for dark skin.
You're cute for a girl. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
I get the red bone, yellow bone.
Get you red bone.
Red bone.
So we have it. There's some things we just got to get over our own self.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, this day and age, we got to get over people hating us. We got to get over us hating us. You know, it's just we got a lot. And like I said, as long as we keep making steps and stop, you know, doing the pledge without doing the steps, but you know, like, oh yeah, I'm for it, but not doing the work. It's not going to work. We got to continue. We got to hold people accountable. We got to hold our own selves accountable. We got to have that conversation with our uncles or with our aunts because they're older and they have their own racist bias too. We got to talk to them about it. You know, we got to correct people, but we got to stand in our own truth. We got to stand in it. If this
that was a good talk. I like that. Fred, thank you for joining us today and teaching us a little something and yelling at me.
I didn't teach anything. I wasn't yelling.
I was here. He wasn't yelling.
I was
What
excited.
you not gonna do? You ain't gonna be.
That's not what he said. You got witnesses, Fred. That's not what he said.
It's all good because it's all in love. I'm not even mad.
Ladies. No.
I can't. We just gotta love each other. We just gotta love each other. We gotta love ourselves and then love each other.
Definitely. I love y'all.
No problem. I mean, I love everybody. I love you. My little white neighbor up the street who never does his yard. Never.
Okay.
I'm going out there to do. I love him so much. I'm going to do his yard.
People who love us.
Love is going to make me
past
clean his
episode.
yard.
Sean, love that mute button because
I'm going to clean his yard. I'm going up there.
I gotta
I'm taking out my lawnmower. I'm going to do his lawn.
They talk sports.
Yeah,
Fred,
I gotta
thank
go
you so
check
much
that
for
out.
joining us today.
Next time we get together, you got to get together with us, Fred.
I was a producer. Y'all kicked me out. See how y'all do?
COVID
I'm glad to be
Blame
back.
it on COVID.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Blame it on COVID.
Ladies, have a great show. Continue. Wait.
Shut up, Fred. Whatever, Fred.
Have a good show. Love you.
All right, let's see, Fred. Peace out, dude.
Jared, how do people catch past episodes?
Oh, we gotta do that.
The past episodes of the Hey Girl Hey podcast, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Live 365, Anchor FM, and gettoday.com.
And then what you got to say, LaShawn?
I ain't got nothing to say because I don't remember. You just gotta look us up. Instagram. wait. Okay. Instagram. Hey Girl Hey Podcast 2018. You can look us up on Facebook at the Hey Girl Hey Podcast, or you can look us up at Twitter at Girl Hey 2018. Or you can email us at the heygirlheypodcast@gmail.com. But if you want to call us and leave a message, you can call us at 412-709-6130.
Yes.
Real close.
Yeah.
This was a good show.
You want to
This was
take
good.
this hero.
This was good. Please note we are not racist or prejudiced.
No.
We are neither one. Okay.
We're just conscious and we're woke.
We're just talking about what you're talking about, and we're just using our platform to share valuable information, tell you how all of this affects women my age, Jerry's age, and LaShawn's age, because she is a woman of a certain age. And she responds to things differently. She doesn't care.
I don't.
And Jerry and I care too much. So
Yeah,
you want to hear our perspective. This is why we're here. And we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate you checking out the show. Thank you so much. I am your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
You. And I am the chatter chick, LaShawn Tipton.
And I'm your millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
It is the Hey Girl Hey podcast with no music. Oh yeah, there's music. Okay. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media Today.
What dance is that?